everyone, and welcome to this review and walkthrough of this new deck, the Hedgewitch Oracle. It's by Kate Forsyth and illustrated by Vasilisa Romanenko. I hope I said that correctly. Hopefully you can see this wonderful green metallic front with the contrasting black. So that goes really well with the nature theme. Green at the side. And it's produced by Rockpool Publishing, and this is one of their upcoming releases that will be available to purchase from May 2026 onwards. It includes 44 cards and a guidebook, and it says on the back here, Wisdom from Mother Earth. In this enchanting oracle deck, best-selling author Kate Forsyth explores the history, folklore, and uses of 44 plants in the Hedgewitch tradition, a way of life that seeks to live mindfully and magically in tune with nature. Learn how these herbs can assist you to overcome the difficulties of life and discover recipes, rituals, and spells to enrich your life with their healing and magical properties. I've got to say, everyone, having looked through the cards, you can see a preview here of the cards. We're in for a treat with this one for the channel. I really look forward to using this one in readings, actually, because I love nature personally. But anyway, back to the box. Now, this comes in one of these lovely book type boxes that I really enjoy. Gives it a sort of magical feel, and it says in here, imbue everyday life with magical intent. Really nice design in there as well. I really like the green and black. Nice green ribbon for contrast. And we'll take a look obviously at the cards and the guidebook. So we'll start with the guidebook, which is glossy and colour. You can probably already see the wonderful illustrations throughout that really catch your eye, I feel. It says, for anyone who seeks to live mindfully and magically in tune with the natural world. Yeah, a really good one for nature lovers, I think. So the contents page, we've got the usual introduction, how to use the cards, card spreads, and then the cards. Now in this book, or this deck, rather, they've been separated into different categories. So there's herbs for love, tenderness, strength, and tranquility, and that's all of these. Herbs for friendship, happiness, optimism, and vitality. Herbs for fresh beginnings, healing, intuition, and transformation. And herbs for banishing, guarding boundaries, mystery, and shadow. So I thought that was quite interesting, because you could always pull out, rather, like, say, these cards for a reading and just focus on those, one category. Different types of readings that you could do. The cards are numbered, and we've got the page numbers as well. Really nice introduction. I did have a read through this before doing this. It's interesting here about Kate. Her mother was a wonderful cook and a vowed witch and grew herbs, fruits and vegetables. So Kate has gained this knowledge since she was a child. She's very knowledgeable. She's written novels. I've got her other deck as well, the Fairy Tale Oracle, which again just really showed her knowledge of the history. So I like that. So as I mentioned before, there's how to use the cards, card spreads, 1 card, 5 card, and then onto the cards. Now you'll also see the categories are colour coded. So this one is pink for love, tenderness, strength and tranquility. I just love the design. It's like a sort of wallpaper. That would be really nice as a wallpaper, wouldn't it? I mean, I love pink personally, but I do like that. I love the design in this. And as you can see, the picture of the card is on one page, which you don't often get in these books, and that's such a pleasure to see that. And then you've got the name of the plant, the keyword, courage, meaning, wisdom, and spell of the day. And it goes on, lavender, so again with the pink background. So I really like that, actually. Just skip to the next section, which is pale yellow, for friendship, happiness, optimism, and vitality. And then I think it goes to green. Yeah, green for fresh beginnings, healing, intuition, and transformation. And then it's black for the last one, for banishing, guarding boundaries, mystery, and shadow. And I just think the images, as you can probably see, already stand out so much against the background. They've been done really well. Not only the illustrations, but the way they contrast with the background, the attention to detail, design in the book. It's wonderful. I really love this deck already. I haven't used it yet. I have looked through the cards. So there's Kate. Dr. Kate Forsyth is an award-winning author, storyteller and folktale scholar whose books spin together myth, fairy tale and history in new and surprising ways. And there's the illustrator. Vasilisa Romanenko is a Connecticut-based illustrator, designer and fine artist. Really good team, I would say. Yeah, and there's the deck I mentioned of Kate's that I have. So I hope that gives you an idea. Now to the part you've probably been waiting for, the cards. You probably noticed the green gilded edges, which is such a lovely touch, with the black background, has this nice nature theme on the back. So it really does go well with the box, doesn't it? The design. The cardstock's really lovely. It's that linen card, quite thick, but not too thick. It's a really luxurious feeling to it, I have to say. The cards are borderless. They've got the number at the bottom, the name of the plant or herb, and then the keyword there. So that's nice, I think, because that doesn't distract from the wonderful images. Okay, so I'd just like you to take them in at your leisure. I'll just sort of show you the card. Lavender, I do love lavender. Personally, it's one of my favourites. Marjoram. Something else you may notice is the animals feature in the cards, but obviously that's not the main theme of the deck. It's more about the plant, like oak, for strength. But I like that there's animals because you could incorporate spirit animals into the reading as well. I've seen a bird like that recently, actually. I do love seeing birds. So here we've got rosemary for remembrance. Thyme. Yeah, I love both of those for cooking. Verbena and a ladybird, so that links with the keyword blessing. Wild violet, love, and a dove. That rhymed. Yarrow. Ash. Basil for abundance. Yes, that's right, I remember reading about that. In cooking, that's, I think it was in an Italian folklore book that I reviewed, it said about that. Chamomile, which I love as a drink. That's a really nice calming one. Dandelion, love that, the little hedgehog. Feverfew, never heard of that one. Garlic. Hazel with a squirrel. Lemon balm. Marigold, that's beautiful. Love the colours. The colours are so vibrant, and I think the contrast of the animal, like here, you know, against the leaves, mint. Yeah, I like that. This is one of my favourites, St John's wort, happiness. Yeah, I believe St John's wort is good for depression. So that's a really nice, vibrant card. Apple for wisdom, as is the owl, that's a nice one. Birch, beginnings. Comfrey, healing, and there's birds in that one. Cornflower, looks like a lynx, I'm not sure. So I don't know about you, but the images, that one's fennel, I find it really striking. When I first looked through them, I just kept saying, wow, they're beautiful. And I think you could enjoy just looking through this deck at the images, you know, and even just reading the book. I found it very interesting to do that without, you know, necessarily picking a card. But yeah, if you're interested in herbs, nature, this is a beautiful one, I think. A healing deck, positive, you can learn from it. There isn't any reference to the animals in the book. That's the only thing, but as I said, I think that's just an add-on. That one's stunning, wow. I love that, the way it's behind these berries here. And this one's beautiful. So the fox, I'm on the foxgloves. This one as well, I think the ones with the black background actually really stand out. Mistletoe. Mugwort. Nettle for warding. Parsley, honouring the dead, I think that's a moth. And the last one is yew, a rebirth. Well, I find them mesmerising. Personally, I could look through those again. You might want to yourself, possibly. What do you think of the cards? I've just got a really calm vibe from looking through those, actually. Hopefully you did as well. And yeah, as I said, I'm really looking forward to using these myself. In fact, I'm thinking of using them for the next reading. I've already seen where I can fit them in. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And in fact, that got me thinking, you know, when we use an oracle deck, we'll often think of a tarot deck to pair with it. I don't always do that, but for this one I was thinking about that. So the first deck that sprung to mind actually was this one, The Good Fortune Tarot by Barbara Moore, illustrated by Jessica Rue. There's quite a lot of nature in this tarot deck, as you can see, with the bees. So I think that's quite a nice pairing. Bees, bird, there's an owl, owl and moth. owl in that one. The little mouse there. Yeah, I think they go quite well, actually. Especially if you like bringing in spirit animals, which come into my readings quite a lot. Also the flowers, horse, sunflowers, fish. So that's a really good contender. I haven't used that deck for a while actually, but might be that one that I use next. We'll see. What do you all think? Do you like that pairing? Let us know in the comments if you wish. And the next deck I thought of was the Star Tarot. I haven't used this one for ages on the channel, but it's one of my favourites actually because of the animals that feature in the deck. So let's just take a look at these two together. So as you can see, they look wonderful together. I think so anyway. The contrast there with the stag and swan. Grace and strength. And here with the bears, snake, badger and bears. Both of them vibrant decks. I think that works, actually. What do you think? Lions and the owl. Horses in that one. Yeah, so here we've got a swan. In this card, we had the swan before. So yeah, I really like that combination as well. I think they're the two decks I would possibly select. Probably others as well. But that's the two that sprung to mind to pair with this wonderful deck. Not something I've done before, actually, in a review, but it was just something I was thinking about. So I thought I'd add it in for any of you who might be thinking the same sort of thing. So that's it, everyone. I really hope you've enjoyed looking at these wonderful cards. I haven't even shuffled them, actually. Just give them a shuffle now. Yeah, they shuffle really nicely, as they often do. With Rockpool, they do their gilded edges really well, so they don't stick. So I love them, as I keep saying, I know, but it's just my kind of deck because I love animals, I love nature, I love herbs. I use a lot of herbs. In cooking, I drink herbal teas. So yeah, I guess it's, you know, a deck that really spoke to me. Did it speak to you? Do you think you might get it yourself? Let us know in the comments if you wish. Thank you so much for being here. Keep your eyes peeled for this deck as well in future readings, probably a short as well that I'll do at some point. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.